Welcome back to the shop. Today I wanted to get some content on the channel, and I'm just tinkering around looking at some stuff that my brother unearthed today, my little brother unearthed. He found some, regular channel locks or vice grips and machetes and channel locks, crescent wrenches. This is a roofer's hammer machete thing. I forget exactly what they call it. But also, as I was digging around, I found this. And this is sort of interesting because it's unique. It's a homemade tool. And it looks to be like a piece of pipe. You can see the thread there. And then this sort of Prison Shank style build. But it seems to be a full tang. It's sturdy. It's got an interesting balance to it weight-wise. And I wondered what it looked like when it was new. So I'm going to clean this sucker up. And, I'm not big on prison shanks, but let's see what it looks like when it's prettied up. There it is. There's the Prison Shank. It's got pretty good polish to it, if you can see. It's not the Scout Crafter kind of polish, but it's pretty good for being a Prison Shank. And the design-wise, I think it's just a knife, probably a kitchen knife of some sort, that the handle broke off, or maybe they just took the original handle and just rammed it into this piece of half-inch, threaded water pipe or whatever. And I just sharpened it up quickly, and it's good enough for opening boxes and things like that. Anyway, it's interesting little cleanup, and it's fun. I do appreciate the handmade tools. It doesn't always have to be name brand. It doesn't always have to be, fancy or anything like that to go in my toolbox. Sometimes I appreciate stuff that people took the time to make on their own, and I think this is one of those things. So I'll throw it in my box. It'll be sort of a novelty, and it was sort of fun to just tinker around with and see what kind of finish I could get on this old pipe. Which, like I said, wasn't too bad. What I had done is skipped all the wire wheel and all that jazz. Went right to the sander because it was so bad. And I'll have a picture of this originally down in the corner right now, so you have some comparative basis. And went right to the sander, and then to the fiber wheel, cleaned it up a little bit, but then went back to the finer grit sandpaper. And you got to be careful with these kinds of things, because if this bites or catches in something, you don't want to maul yourself. I should have probably been wearing gloves, but anyway, after I got done with the finer grit sandpaper, which was probably started out as 120 grit that was worn down, and who knows what it is, but it's relatively fine. I took that over to the buffing wheel and then buffed that out with some of the black roux. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I hope you're having a good night.